it's called the Kihon Happo, which is the 8 basics. Kihon being basic and Happo being 8, so basic 8. And they start off with 3 striking techniques and 5 hand grab escapes, basically. So the first one, Ichimonji no Kata, is based... Now Ichimonji, Jumonji and Hicho are generally the same posture. They're all one posture. Ichimonji is stepping, so if he's coming for a punch, Ichimonji is just stepping offline and just basically putting one hand in the centre line like this. Okay, the next one, Jumonji, so yeah, coming in and just bringing the hand in. And then if he comes for a low punch, same thing, but I'm just bringing the foot in. So they're all basically just stepping back offline like this, guarding yourself. So just one, hit it like this, using this part of the hand like that. You want to affect them in that shuto. Generally what happens is they'll try and block that if they see you coming in straight away. So another way this could be done is if he went to throw another punch. So if he goes one, then I've got that. Then I've got him in that shuto. I can take him out with whatever. So yeah. So we're just going to practice gently getting in pairs, and one person's starting in Shizen because I don't want to give him any signals that I'm going to fight to start with. So as he comes in, yep, one, and he can throw that punch off there, or he can step, doesn't really matter. The main thing is that you put your fist like this, basically here in your centre line. And obviously when they're fighting samurai with armour and stuff like that, you'd want to get in inside the helmet, where the helmet is. So yeah, so he comes in with 2, 2, boom. And you take him out with something else. The next one, Hicho. He's going to come in for a low punch, and like a lot of these, they could be holding a weapon. There's ways you can do it with a weapon, there's ways you can disarm someone with a weapon, all that kind of thing. But he's going to come in for just a low stomach punch this time. Yep, and he's going to come in like this, give him a kick, and then a urashito. Whatever else you do after that is up to you. So, yep. So the first thing, step back into Hicho like this, into this position, and then you're bringing that hand up for like a low block, almost like a low karate block. But it sort of scoops up a bit, so when you, yep. So you're sort of scooping it like that. I tend to grab their sleeve here too, because it stops them from doing stuff. And then basically you're creating the space here so that you can kick him and then shuto. So there's two different ways you can do this. So he comes in, you can come in here, kick him there so that he folds on the spot, and just give him the shuto like that on the spot, switching your feet. Or you can come in here like this, kick him back, and then chase him with it. And you can finish it however you want, so play around with it. 1, 2, 3, something like that, or yeah. 2, 3, make him in that kind of thing. All that sort of stuff is. So yeah, so this next technique, this one's even more strange. So Rob comes in for this one. So this one here is from 2 punches, and it's Jumonji. So these you can start, I've seen people teach them where they're starting in the posture, but I find it's easier to start in Shizen and move into the posture. Otherwise, if you're starting like this, if I'm starting like this, he generally knows that I'm up to something. If I'm starting like this, it's probably even harder for him. And if I'm like this, he's probably not going to want to try and hit me in there because he knows that I've got all these other tools. So this one here is just going to come in for 2 punches. So yeah, so this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Okay, he comes in, so the first one, back, rock back like that, into Jumonji, twist the hips, and then Boshiken, the thumb, into the ribs. And then that just distracts his eyes a bit. So then he has to sort of come around me to hit me the second time, which I do the same thing. Jumonji Kamai, 1, 2. And if you see that hand's always guarding, so if he did try to hit me with another one, you can also just swipe that away and get him with something else, like that. Another subtle part of it too is some people do this. 1, 2, and then they try and step off there. It's a little bit too late. Another thing which I noticed in one of the other classes we did today, another subtle part, is 1, 2, back to here, 1, 2. That little step back to that position. Yeah, so slowly. 1, 2, like that. And obviously you can add any other strikes or locks or whatever. And the idea is to practice this and then practice adding all your whatever you know in with it. So yeah, these 3 are the main 3 striking parts of these 8 techniques. So those 3 are what we call the Koshi Sanpo, those techniques. So yeah, so the 3 striking forms, Koshi Sanpo. So the next ones we're going to do is we're going to smash through these last hand grab escapes. So the first one you guys probably know is Kote Gosh. Is that what you call this wrist lock? Kote Gosh? Yeah. So we were playing around with this yesterday and using a lot of resistance and stuff like that. And there's a technique where you can come out here with a stick and push their hand off to get them off with the stick, and you're sort of in a safe space. I have been taught to do that with this, but I've found that quite often you end up struggling. If you go like this, you're here, if they're strong, it's just near impossible to do it. So we've found that when they come in like this, to bring them over here, so it affects his spine, and then straight into there. Just a basic wrist lock. There, comes in, 1, 2, yeah. Now, a finish, if you want a finishing move for this, lift him up on his side shoulder like that, place your foot there, or if you really want to hurt him, do that, and then just bring your hand back here like that. Yeah. So here, 1, 2, 3, like that. So yeah. Obviously you can, you can go down to one knee as well, do all that kind of stuff, and then get him in an arm bar like that, choke him with his gi, all that kind of stuff, pull out your knife, do what you got to do. But yeah, main one comes up to grab you. You can also do it without even detaching him, so you're just pinning him to your body. So the next one, he comes to grab you and goes for a punch this time. So you grab me, I'm just going to pin that, step back and block like I did before. Same thing. It's got like an extra step in there. So yeah, cover, block, step back so that I'm out of range. And if he wants to attack, I've got him in a different thing. So this time, same sort of thing, he's going to grab you on the lapel and go for a punch, block here, and then turn this. This is just urugyaku. You can take this however you want. There's a number of, but yeah, one, stepping around here is the key. Like that. Yep. Pin, block, take it into there. And then obviously here, you can step back here, and this is a point here where you're in a good position. That's where you want to get, because you can give them a toe kick to the throat there, and you've also got this, so you can drop them back with that arm bar, and you can also change it to the motor as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, so this technique here is from a sleeve grab, and you're kind of grabbing the sleeve like this, because you're trying to sort of control them like that. So if he's going to grab there, he's going to go for the sleeve grab and a punch, same deal. Block and ichimonji again, and this time bring the hand up here like this. You want to kind of, it's real hard this one because you want to kind of get to this position here. But yeah, so if you get to there, you've got to just really sort of bring them up. Just step back. Yeah. 1, you can take an extra step and take them like that. 1, 2, 3, like that. Hey. A little bit of that again. 1, same deal. There. And then you can just take his balance without kicking him. So yeah, but another way to counter this, which is the next technique that we're going to do. So if I'm like, if he goes to apply the mushidori on me, so if I'm like this, he goes to do the mushidori, I can take it with that. That's what we're going to do now, but without the mushidori in it. He's just going to grab, go to punch here, and we're just going to take that balance there. Just walk along that line, or line of his heels, or come in here and just step in front and step back. Sorry, right. Step back and throw. Yeah, basically you want to get that. Okay? Another way is to just collapse him like that. There's Gansaki Nage, which is this. One, stepping in front and then throwing it. Gansaki Nage. Gansaki, which means to throw a big rock. This one here, Gansaki Ori, means to break a big rock, break through it. And this one, Gansaki Atoshi, which means to just drop a big rock. You can do it like that, you can do it how I did before, stepping down. We're just going to practice Gansaki Ori. Just going to go for the grab here, block the punch, capture the wrist, and do that. So sneak your hand up behind the elbow, and pull the wrist down like that, so he's there. And obviously you've got to break his structure with the